Unapologetically QI is back up in the building. My dog is over here being clumsy. I'm back in the building. I just want to give it a few seconds, but I'm gonna let her rip. This is documentation once again, so I'm not so concerned about the live views. I just need to say it. I am deeply appalled by a lot of the commentary that I have been hearing. Black women self-hatred issues, and let me explain, because I don't know if people know the meaning of that when I say that, or when people say that. Self-hatred issues does not mean that you have to necessarily do something to yourself. It's like you're doing things to people, or you're hating or despising people who remind you of yourself. So for black women, it's other black women. It's like what you really feel deep down internally for yourself, the insecurities, the fears, the all of this stuff you projected onto the next black woman. That competing thing, that I need to be better than you thing, when there's no such thing in the world as anyone is better than the next person. You should definitely feel like you're the bomb. You should definitely feel like you're the ace coon boom. There's nothing wrong with that. Uh Everybody deserves to. But you should never like feel like people are less than, or try to degrade, or put other people down to build yourself up. If a mother, and I just said this in the last live stream, but I don't know where people are getting it construed. If a mother, like everybody's saying, Uppity feelings was hurt. Yes, they were hurt. I could tell they were hurt. We could tell that they were hurt at 7 o'clock in the morning. We could tell that they were hurt when she went on each and every one of them live streams, because every time that she went on a live stream, it was more and more. She was manic on the next one. Then when she went to Yusef's, he tried to give her a safe space. And that's why, like, I believe the frustration came in too, because it's like, um, by the time she got to the space, Nyla, wanted some attention. Nyla wanted some additional attention, because a lot of times, just like my puppy, he can feed off my energy. He can tell whether I'm good, bad, whatever. That's why sometimes they're called emotional support animals. And so can children. Children can sense the energy of especially their mother. So if you're sitting around and you're degrading, you're humiliating, and I'm not trying to say Uppity is no type of angel at all. I'm not trying to say that. Because, like, that's why I don't believe in doing a lot of things, because two wrongs don't make a right. And just because, I don't want to be a hurt person that hurts other people. But it's a mass amount, a multitude of people in a lot of these sectors that are hurt people hurting other people. Like I said, there are no clean hands. And I'm looking at all of these people who want to put themselves on a pedestal, but they're just as bad. And they're just as responsible for Uppity's behavior. Now, when Uppity first came on, she was talking noise. I mean, Uppity got on my nerves. Me and Uppity have gotten into it before. But did I feel a need to destroy or degrade her? No. It's like I'm gonna move around. I'm a be in my own space. If we can't agree to agree, or if we can't agree to disagree. I'm not going to try. I'm mature. That's what you call maturity, emotional maturity, emotional stability. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to get along with you. Not everybody's going to agree with you. We're not robots. We're not all the same. We are individuals. And that's the beautiful thing of life. That's what makes the world go around. And I appreciate it. As a creative person, I appreciate people who have their own unique personalities. I also recognize, and I'm going to be real clear, I recognize where, uppity, like she, just like a lot of people, there's sometimes some mental issues. And it doesn't mean that she can't be a good mom. It just means that sometimes, she needs to be able to take care of her health. She needs a break to take care of her health. And that's not so easy all the time, especially when you have a special needs child or somebody that requires a lot of your attention. Like with a special needs child, that's like a 2-year old. That's like somebody who has the capability of moving around. Like I said, my grandmother, she had the capability of moving around, but it's somebody you got to consistently watch because they can reach this, they can do this, they can do that. So it's almost like sometimes even going to the restroom or taking a bath or something like that. It's complicated because of the simple fact that like like somebody has to really monitor them, or they can't be left alone for too long. You have to find down times. You normally only get to do like things like that during their down times to be safe. So I'm saying that that's already a stressful position to be in. Nevertheless, to find an outlet like YouTube or social media, because it's all of our outlets. It's social media. It can be used for entertainment, education, not just entertainment, education. There are multiple purposes of this application, and none of us own it. None of us own it. Google um, and YouTube own it. Alphabet Company, Google, YouTube owns this application. We don't. But it's so funny how people want to control something that doesn't belong to them, something that everybody has a right to be on. You hear cancel and blackball. That's some greed. People don't want other people to support. That's what's going on around here. Everybody's trying to stop everybody else from getting support because it's greedy, because they want all the support. So no, I'm not blackballing anybody. Really, people like uppity. I like to support the people who don't get a lot of support. I think they deserve, because I think everybody deserves support. And I think that, if you're supporting somebody and they're not supporting you in return, then that's a one-way situation. So all this blackball and cancel. Now, do I agree that uppity needs some time? Yes. My first video about the situation was uppity needs help. Now, do I think that they should cancel and not let her on panels and different things? No. Now, I think that if she gets on a panel and she's upset and irate, like last night, I went up to try to get her down from a panel because she had been from panel to panel, and I could tell that something was wrong. So, like, I wish I had done it earlier. Just went and just said, look, uppity, I could, tell something is wrong. Because I could clearly see. I think uppity's depressed. I think, like all the stuff that she's been experiencing online, not everybody, like, this the beef sector. You earn your stripes, right? That's, I earned mine. I definitely earned mine. And a lot of people want to come in here and not earn their stripes. They want freebies or they want to steal from others. Nah, like nah, like if that no, 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 no. If people had to go through things, so do you. You don't get to hide and you don't get to do this. Nah, nah, nah. You don't get to sit here and do this trickery, steal, and use all of these cunning tricks to stop other people from getting support. and garner all the support to yourself, because it should be based off of whether people gravitate towards your content or not. It should be based on skills and talent and what you're bringing to the table, and not group and gang banging activities. And that's when you say cancel and stop supporting and why, that's gang banging activities. And maybe Uppity you was asking for help. I feel like she was asking for help. I feel like it was a lot for her to bear. And everybody doesn't react the same. It's fight or flight. I have post traumatic stress disorder. It's fight or flight. And a lot of times for me, it's fight. That's why, like, I have to step back sometimes. I have to, because when you get triggered, a lot of times you don't even know that you're in the midst of a trigger. It's like those vets or whatever that went to war and they hear the firecrackers and they have those flashbacks and go back into it. It happens just that fast with the flash of light. It's like when you're in a situation where you are reminded of a traumatic situation that you went to. It happens just that fast. And you got all of these people around here that lack compassion. They're like, oh, the child, the child. But the mother, if the mother is not well, if the mother is not feeling well, how can she give proper care to the child? If you were sitting around here like, oh, the child couldn't hear it, but the mother did. And I'm aware that a lot of people on here have talked about children. I don't agree with it. And likewise with the situation that happened with Uppity little girl, if it happened allegedly, because I'm still up in the air. I didn't have any visuals. I heard audio. Now I'm gonna tell you, I came up during a time where we got patlins and spankings from school, and I got patlins and spankings from home, where I might get fussed at. So I think people are putting 20 on 10. But at the same time, it's like, yes, advise her to go get some help. Because do I think that Uppity loves her daughter? Yes. Do I think, and then, oh, this has happened before in the past. We don't know what type of situation, we don't know what type of issues, we don't know what type of trauma sometimes people have faced in the past. There's a lot of people out here pointing fingers right now at Uppity, and they really need to be looking at themselves as well. A lot of people. And you can tell by the way they lack compassion with this situation. A lot of people up here acting like they're perfect parents and ain't nowhere close. Chastisement, for one, there's a such thing as a constructive criticism or advice or guidance. And then there's a such thing as chastisement, where you make a person feel bad for not being perfect, where you make a person feel bad for making a mistake, where you make a person feel bad, and it happens all the time in this sector. That's some of that religious stuff. You know what I'm saying? That church hurt, because you're not this, that controlling. A lot of this abuse was learned from churches and different things, from uh, a lot of different things, cycles of abuse. So if you're not going to help Uppity, if you're not gonna go give her help, like finding resources, go give her help in terms of where she could take her a break, like a nice little vacation. She might need a vacation somewhere where she could just relax while her child is being taken care of and safe. We all need that from time to time. Everybody doesn't have, family or people that are willing to help take care of the children. A lot of men don't believe that they out. A lot of men think that as long as they pay the bills and they they pay the bills or whatever, that their job is done. Look at my thumbnail. A mother's job is never done. It's hard, but mothers are always put under, held up, to high, held like to the fire. You quick to blame mother and not quick to ask where father was. And I'm bringing that up because it's hard, and especially when men do it, and especially when people that don't have children do it, or whom never taken care of anything in their lives. How dare you? How dare you? You don't even know. But all is, we don't own this app. Like this app serves as therapy for some. Now I do think that she should take a break. And if you're not gonna help her, stop hurting her. Because a lot of y'all are making the situation worse. I'm not saying you don't have to sit there and say, "Oh, it's okay," all of that. No, uppity, you need to take a break. You might need to go, like seek some mental health, and look at getting some caregiver services to give you some breaks so that you won't have caregiver parental burnout, and you won't be overwhelmed. But sitting there fussing and sitting there dogging her out and all of that, that's making the situation worse. That's putting abuse on top of abuse on top of abuse. Like I said yesterday, y'all are triggering her. Y'all have triggered her. Yeah, she has slips like, and I'm not saying that uppity is perfect. I'm not saying that she has not done anything, or anything like that. But I'm just saying, me personally, I look at everybody's situation, and I try not to be hard on people for different things. I try not to. It's like if I can't help you, I am going to try my best not to intentionally hurt you, because I'm only making the situation worse. I'm just as bad. But this live here is to say, if you see that a mother, you could tell that something was going on with her, and you hear people cursing her out. You hear people fussing, willing to fuss with her, and you didn't hear anybody that says uppity. Like I could tell that something is wrong and you need to take a break. If you didn't say that to uppity yesterday and you were sitting there going back and forth with uppity yesterday when it was clear that uppity had something going on, you're just as bad. You triggered. You're responsible for what allegedly may or may not have happened to Nyla. And then even after it happened, people still want to argue and fuss and go back and forth with her, not realizing that once again you're triggering, and it would have an effect on the baby. Y'all need to grow up, and y'all need to realize that y'all are responsible for a lot of these things, and y'all can't place no judgment. And if you want to cancel if you want to cancel anybody, blackball anybody, then everybody needs to be canceled and blackballed. Okay? If one person doesn't need support, then a lot, nobody needs support. Let's put it that way. Y'all need to stop a lot of this stuff. It's getting ridiculous. It is super highly, extremely toxic, dysfunctional, abusive, and all of that. So once again, I had to speak out on the issue because it's just ridiculous. I mean, it does. This is virtual reality. So this does have to do with life. People are, oh, this not life, this not real. Yeah, you can, yeah, you can log off, but let's not say a lot of people are addicted. A lot of people on here trying to make ends meet. They're trying to make money. It is holiday time. A lot of people are going through seasonal affective disorder as well as, the holidays. If people have lost people and different things of that nature, people are stressed out. They're trying to get if people with children are trying to get Christmas together. Yeah, man. And it's like you see more men on here trying to grab the money from money than help. They are not. You don't see me, these, a lot of these men are greedy. They're not trying to help a lot of these women with children. There are women with children with needs. And if you see uppity, you see like uppity, and you feel like, oh, this, that, all that, she needs that. Well, how about help her instead of talking about her? What good is talking about her if you're not willing to help? If you're not going to help, so it's. I should have named this one selective outrage as well, because a lot of this stuff is selective. Because we see things, a lot of things that are wrong, but yet it don't like. Only time you get outraged is when it when it deals with people a lot of times that are not liked by the group or the masses. And then a lot of people know it's wrong, but because they want to fit in with the cool kids, instead of standing up and being the person that, you know, God want put you here to be, that mature adult, that person who knows better, you're going along with the crowd. So like my battery's about to die out. And I just had to like say that, like these are like diary notes or whatever. I have to express it. I have to, put it out here. I have to, and I hope that I could get an opportunity. I hope that Uppity's okay. I hope that she's getting some rest. And if I get the opportunity, I would love to, or if anybody gets the opportunity, if anybody has a connection with Uppity, then, help her find some resources and stuff like that so she can get her a little break, a little vacation, get some help, be able to take care of herself, maybe go take care of some of her medical needs or something like that. If anybody has access to Uppity, that would be great. If I get the opportunity, I definitely am because I care. And it doesn't mean I don't hate or despise anybody else. I'm not trying to, this is not about no beef. I'm not picking no sides. The only side that I'm picking is righteous, the right side, righteousness side. I'm picking God's side. I'm picking the right thing to do side. That's the only side I'm picking. I'm picking my soul, my heart. I'm picking that side. But, you know, once again, I wish everyone healing, peace, love, and life. Happy holidays if you celebrate. Um, and until next time, this is unapologetically QI. Thank you all for support. Make sure you smash that like and share if you don't mind. And I'm out.